Well, good morning everybody, and welcome, yes indeed, back proud to be alive and loud here in Teretonga, Southland, New Zealand, and round number 2 of our New Zealand Superbike Road Racing Championships kicking off this morning. And here we are ahead of schedule today. Down in your program is a 10 o'clock start, but this club's well underway, and great to see as we get a start with our Homestead supported 600 Pro Twin, or 650 officially Pro Twin. So nice to see Homestead, of course. Your Cop & Co open 7 days from 7 a.m, dining for all ages, and great for all functions. So on the corner of Avenel and D Streets. And now there's a split start as our 125 GP bikes get away. A nice field of 7 of them to power their way off the line, courtesy of Big Willie's and the Newfield Tavern, where big is best. Join us in the sports bar for a casual game of pool or some big screen action. There's the Tabby and the Pokies bottle store open 7 days, and of course this famous Big Willie Rustler's restaurant, the unique barbecue style meal where you cook your own and help yourself in the servery. So you'll love it. Big Willie's a great place to enjoy dining here as well. We kick it off now with our Pro Twin and 125 split start, 2 respective classes starting separately. The reason for that is that 125s are very unique in their way to start. They're a high geared motorcycle, because there's a little 125 they can go super fast, but they're much slower off the line. So when you mix them up with the 650 Pro Twins, you'll get a lot of grunt off the line. You actually have a bike going fast and one going slow. Not the best mix, over the interest of safety. We split the start as we get away, and already it is the flying number 84 out there of Dennis Charlotte, on the Man About Glass Underground Brown Race Supplies, Pirelli tyres, AGV helmets, RST leathers, that gets a good flyer of a start away. The man, of course, who was doing the winning here yesterday. This racing just so good and so close, and great to see how well these guys are going as we go down and check our 125s. And that number again, 15, Rogan Chandler. He's got the potential to go all the way in this championship and not be beaten, you know. He is just incredible, and putting together a very good update of progress in his own personal race diary. So loving his attitude and the way he's riding. So good work, Ben Rosendale, Nathan Jane and Bailey Perriton coming through then as our next best in our field, along with Phil Munt, Ryan Bradshaw, Dean Bentley, go to Jordan Knowles and Shane Hildred. Now, Dean Bentley's the man who's summing this up better than anybody else, saying, well, I'm going better, if not as good as I've ever gone before, but my results are going backwards because there's other people that are going better than they've gone before. And I think it really just to say that 650 Pro Twins is one of those cars which we're now really picking up the race pace. Man About Glass trying to go for all. I'll tell you what, they're going to be 3 wide. All of a sudden, it looked to be a gap there for Ben Rosendale, but he didn't realise he had Bailey Perriton on his shoulder as he started to move out. He almost touched Bailey, and they went 3 wide down the straight as they head right around this Invercargill Oil Shop Caltex Loop, a famous part of this Teretonga circuit, coming out wide on the exit as they then go to the other side of the track and look to come up on the inside of Castrol. Nice work to watch, and there's 2 of them. Look at that, Man About Glass, looking oh so good. Could have been a change, has it? I think it might be, yeah. Bailey Perriton, and putting his nose in front. Good work by Bailey Perriton, and his nose in front. And that spectacular run, so good work out there by Bailey, loving it. Bailey Perriton, that is so good. Dennis Charlotte in there, and Ben Rosendale was in second, then goes back to third. And Nathan Jane, Nathan an underdog as far as this class is concerned compared to the others. A man all the way from Whangaparoa, and that's a decent way to come north of Auckland to be part of racing, and a newcomer. But I tell you what, he has slotted straight into this good class, and that is a sterling good effort that we're watching from him at the moment. So the Dennis, Ben and Bailey show as we go again to watch him. Bailey with his nose in front, Dennis back there for the second place, Ben for the third, so no change. But all 3 of them as they cross the line here were within half a bike length of each other, and in fact the margin from first to third was a .062, so you're talking of 6/100ths of a second. Super close, super fast, super exciting to watch our Castrol corner and the run through. And that is again the Bailey Perriton to look. In fact, no, I think that's Rosendale. I think that's Rosendale that we've ordered. There's 2 of them that look similar, Rosendale or Jane. In fact, all of a sudden it's not Bailey or Dennis. So one of those riders from 3rd or 4th has got up there. We can see the Man About Glass race team have that nice green colour on their fairing, so 2 riders that you can pick up. We've got Dennis in the darker leathers and Bailey in the lighter leathers, so we're able to pick up the difference between the 2 riders. Slight difference in their apparel as they come down to what we call the elbow here, courtesy of GWD, and into that part of the track. And here we are now, keen to look at the update. Was that the yes, it was one. It was Rosendale, Ben Rosendale, last year's champion, number 1 on his bike, Ben Rosendale. Good work. Bailey in there, Dennis back to third, Nathan for fourth. So it is a line. Good run there from Rosendale. Look at that with Bailey Perrodin on his tail. Much better fire up from both Rosendale and Jane here today, because it has been the Perrodin Charlotte show in previous races. So nice to watch these guys now as they come through. And look at that big sweep from Bailey Perrodin, looking, getting around the outside. He does, around the outside. Beautiful to watch on Castrol into Macaulay Ford S's. And a high-fired run here now in the hands of Bailey Perrodin. So Bailey's back to lead. Now that's exactly what Bailey wants. He wants to put Ben between himself and Dennis Charlotte to give them a good show. The fastest man on the racetrack at the moment is Ben Rosendale, and Ben holding on to a time at 104.939. Keen to look out, because yesterday in fact we had lap records broken from memory in our Pro Twin lineup, so keen to see whether that is better than yesterday's time. And an update courtesy of mxt.co.nz. Remember, of course, you can all follow this live on Ctas Live, and hope we've got many of you out there to follow it over these days. So let's just go. The lap record, 104.923. Oh, that is absolutely identical, down to the 1,000th of a second. Absolutely the same time as yesterday for that best time. So Nathan Jane in the new lap record, 104.923, and that's exactly what it is at this moment for a time. So there you go, proving to be exactly the same down to those milliseconds. 125's in there. Rogan Chandler, Daniel Harris picking it up. Local man Ashley Weller into third place from Chris Kane. Go to Chris Wallinger, Chris White and Brian Hardaker taking the next positions as they're starting to mix it with Steve Hildred in there at the moment. A good run from Dean Bentley, because Dean is at the front of the next pack of 650 Pro Twins behind that awesome foursome that are fighting it out for a glory of number one, because they've all had a nudge at being either first, second, third or fourth. Great to see. So we're keen to watch. Here we go with the freight train again, and it is the Bailey Perrodin show. So back to Bailey. Dennis back behind him. Ben was the lap leader last time. He's gone back to third. Nathan James still right there. The margin now at 0.6. So we're out to a fraction over half a second from first back to fourth place. Really, really, really close to those four to go through. And then we look back to the Dean Bentley show in there ahead of Ryan Bradshaw. Perfect conditions, absolutely perfect. Light breeze here, still fairly fresh temperature wise, so cooling is great for the bikes, and it means that actually the tyres don't get too hot as well. So gotta love this, and it's still that best time back in lap number 5. This is now lap number 6, so that time of Nathan James perfectly equal, down to the thousandths of a second compared to what he raced on here yesterday. So keen to watch in our update now with the rest of the class. $23 to get out there to be one of our young guns. There they are. Oh, yeah. White flag this time. White flag, Bailey and Ben. So Ben's got himself back. Dennis back. The third. What a last lap will be in for. Dennis Charlotte, remembering his worst finish, he's had a second. It's only been one of those. The rest he's had a victory, and he's been doing it by half a bike length. So it's Bailey, Ben and Dennis up, all at a share of the lead. Nathan's been there, the fastest man on the racetrack, and it is still Ben, and he's there. It is a 104, and just looking at 104.876, 104.876. So but it is Ben Rosendale. Now, Ben Rosendale, the new lap record holder, so well done to Ben. These guys breaking records here yesterday for Pro Twin Racing. So Ben Rosendale, the champion, and he's got himself back in contention. So great to watch out there. Good on you, Ben. So that is the flag update for those guys. And just keen to see where the rest of them are in that bike battle. And here they are. They come on the elbow. They'll be taking the run through now. So all of a sudden we'll get the change of flag. That's the white flag in. Here's the checker flag. We're going to look for the charge. And look at that. All in the hands of one to do it. Yes, indeed. Great work, great work, great work. Oh, no, it was Bailey. Sorry, it was Bailey out there. It was Bailey Perrodin. He showed his excitement. I thought that was Benjamin. He's gone back to third. Still with that lap record, though. He's set back in lap number 7. So Bailey Perrodin gets first place. Yes, Bailey. Good work out there. So, and he was absolutely excited about that. So nice to see. So it's Bailey Perrodin gets the first place. So that's the levelling of the score. Dennis Charlotte did get the second in the end. So they'll be tied on points for the weekend. And the number 1 of Ben Rosendale takes a third place once again. Then we go to Nathan Jane. He's got that 4th place. Nathan's results, nothing is good. Yes, in fact, yes, he did get one fourth place. back at Ruapuna, but coming from Auckland to Invercargill, and he obviously loves this place. I can't recall him being here in the past, so you'd call him a new gun, and he has really stepped up his racing, as we say politely, big time. So Bailey Perrott and Dennis Charlotte